Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be going over my March budget results with you all today, and this is the first page of the March section in my budget planner, which is the monthly planner from Erin Condren. And this is the overview page for the monthly spread, and this is where I have all of my bills, which are in these Erin Condren stickers up top in the days, and then where I have my individual spending, which is in these Planner Kate at first, and then I ran out, so I made my own stickers here. So, and then I have paydays, and then these are both, this is my boyfriend Colton's payday on both of these days, and then I got paid on the last day of the month. So I marked both of our paydays down as well. So let's go into the dashboard page. The first one, I have an overview of the budget, which I fill out in the Budget With Me video. I'll go ahead and link March's up in the cards above if you're interested. And so income was a lot different than normal this month, and that is because I got my stimulus check as well as my tax refund this month. So that's why I had an extra $1,974 this month, because that includes the $1,400 stimulus check and the $574 tax refund. And you'll see how I spent or saved that extra money in this month's budget. And I did actually make a plan for that. I'll go ahead and link that video up in the cards above as well. And this is the second dashboard page. So I have my cash envelope breakdown, my goals, which as you can see, I did reach my 15 no spend days. As you can see down here, I actually had 18 no spend days, which is what these dots signify. And then I met some extra goals as well, because as you saw, I had a bunch of extra money this month, which I was able to put towards my two goals. So let's get into the actual month here. The first section is bills. All of these are exactly the same, so there's nothing new to report. In the variable spending, the only spending I have is what I call spending, which is basically like my miscellaneous fund. And as you can see, I went way over, but that is because technically I didn't go over. So I went over what I initially budgeted out of my normal salary income, which was $50, but out of the stimulus check / tax refund money, I did put an extra amount towards like extra spending to kind of, I don't know, like reward myself, I guess. And that is where all of this money came from. So technically I wasn't over budget because I had the money in my account. It just wasn't what I had originally budgeted from my salary, if that makes sense. But I still put it in red because it still is over this $50 mark. And then the big excitement for this month is I was able to complete my stimulus check, wow. I was able to complete my emergency fund, which is so exciting. I set my emergency fund, my beginner emergency fund, to $3,500. And because of the extra refund I got this month, I was able to put an extra $800-ish towards it and complete it. So moving forward, I will set a new goal or a new, category to kind of put my extra money to, since now I don't have an emergency fund to fund anymore. So this is really exciting. I'm really happy about this because originally I was planning to finish this fund like way back in September or October, of this year, not in the past. That made it sound like I'm late on filling it, but I was able to fill it about 6 months early, which is really exciting. This next page is sinking funds, and I didn't spend too much money here. I spent some from Erin Condren. She had the company had a warehouse sale, so that's where I spent some money. And then I totally forgot about it this month. It actually charged on the very last day of the month too. But I have a Lolo subscription, which is like a feminine product subscription, and that came out and was charged on the 31st, and that was $27, so I was $12 over in that, but that is the only category that I actually was over in. And then another big win this month was our joint savings. So Colton and I are moving, and we are both putting extra money towards this category so that we can have a fully funded move when it comes to the time. And because, again, of both of us got refunds for tax and stimulus check, we were able to put an extra $1,400 towards our moving fund this month, which is so great. So I'm feeling less and less stressed about fully funding this fund because we have around $37,000 or $3,700 right now, and our goal is $7,500. So we are a little under halfway there, a little over halfway there, around halfway. And we have a couple more months to save up. So I think we can do it. And per the plan that I made, I think we will be able to do it. And again, the $7,500 is kind of a high estimate anyway. So I think we'll be okay when the time actually comes for us to move, but just in case. The next page was filled out at the beginning. This was my joint expenses as well as how much my boyfriend and I owed the joint. And then here is some summaries as well. So the credit score I filled in, it is 739, and I check this at the end of every month. And this actually dropped, I believe. So let me see what it was back in February. It did drop, yeah. So last month it was 746, and this month it dropped to 739. So about, what is that, 5 points? It dropped? 7 points? Yeah, so not that big of a deal. And I think this was because I was actually spending a little bit more money than I normally do, so my usage was higher. It wasn't that high. I think it was max, it was around 30%, which again isn't that high, but it's still higher, a lot higher than my normal usages. So I think that's why it dropped a little bit, but it should pick up back up next month. And then finally, my net worth update. So I have all the values updated here, and my total net or my total assets is $21,382.21. And because I don't have any debt, I don't subtract anything. So the value of my assets is my net worth. So I am around 2.1% the way to my goal, which is $1 million. And that obviously is not a goal for this year. That is just a long-term goal. But I'm really excited to see me grow because I think I realized when I was calculating this month that last month I actually calculated it incorrectly. I forgot to divide the joint money by 2 because half of that technically is Colton's, which doesn't count towards my net worth. So that's why it was a lot higher than normal. And in that video, I mentioned that I didn't know why it jumped so much, and that was because I made like a mathematical error. But anyway, I made sure to divide by 2 for the joint money. So this is my correct amount. And when I do my net worth, I just do basically the money in the bank. I don't count any of my like physical value. Like I don't count like the value of my phone or the value of my computer or anything like that. It's just money that's currently in these 5 different accounts. And then here is an overview of what the joint budget looked like. So again, bills were normal. Variable, we were over budget for date night, but we were under by groceries. So our net underage was $9. And then here's an update on what the sinking funds look like. And we did go over budget in household, but we had some extra money in another fund that I emptied. It was the holiday fund, if you're curious. And so that money counterbalanced the money that we went over. So we didn't have to pay back the joint for anything. It ended up working out okay. So overall, I originally planned to have an extra $259 left over at the end of the month, but because of my extra income, I actually was able to have an extra $1,600, almost $1,700. And the majority of this went to saving for moving and to my emergency fund to complete that. Everything else went to spending, and I actually don't think there was another category that I saved up for. There might be, but again, you can check out that video if you're interested in seeing how I actually divvied it up. So that was all for my March budget results and net worth update. Let me know how your goals went this month in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good day.